we'll shift gears a little bit and we'll go into comics.
Sure.
And my question for you to start off is, who's your favorite superhero?
Oh man. Well, without question, for me it's Wolverine.
Okay, all right.
So I grew up early 80s. I was born in 1980.
Yep.
So I'm 30, I'll be 40 this year. So I grew up when they were starting to really animate, like on TV, the comics.
Sure.
And so X-Men was really big
Absolutely.
in the early 90s.
It was huge.
And so that's when I grew up.
The show.
The show, yeah,
Yep.
the X-Men cartoon.
Was it on after school or?
It was always on after school.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And so Wolverine was always my favorite character because he was kind of rough and he was raunchy and he was just real cutting edge but he had a real soft side to him.
Yeah.
And so although he'd like mess you up really bad,
Right.
but he was always looking out for the small guy.
Yeah.
He was always trying to protect the weaker one.
Yep.
And so he used his strength
That's
and his power, although he started really with a really rough background, a really checkered past, with the right people and with the right mentoring in Professor X.
Yep.
He was able to turn his life around and just be this force for good.
Yeah.
But he'd still slap you in your face.
Right on. Sure.
Which I love.
Yeah.
And tell you like get your act together.
Right on.
So yeah.
Sometimes we need that.
That's exactly right. And I think that's why I identify with
Right.
him.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, but
Hey,
again,
bud.
he had an invincibility about him and his strength and obviously his claws and all of that made him
Yeah.
really
Super cool. Yeah.
So yeah, he was
So
probably
kind of
one
like all elements, really.
Yeah,
fire.
exactly.
And then to bring in that Christian element, you kind of like talk about Professor X. It's almost, not quite, but godlike.
Yeah, this transformational figure
Right.
in his life.
Yeah.
And
Christ-like.
exactly, and so he took him from this animal that he was when he was Weapon X,
Yeah.
and transformed him into this force for good.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So, I've got Disney Plus. You have Disney Plus?
Mhm.
All those X-Men are available on
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's definitely a nostalgia thing to checking out one of those shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes you right back.
It does take me back.
Yeah.
I love it. I enjoy it a lot.
That's awesome. So, are you a comic reader?
Not since I was a kid. When
Okay.
I was a kid, we were really big into that. I never really kept my comics in good shape. I was
Yep,
always
sure.
beating my comics up.
Yeah. Made to be used, made to be read.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But not since I was a kid.
So when you were a kid, do you remember what your first kind of introduction to it was, or maybe what your first book was? What you
I
read?
don't recall. We just read whatever we got our hands on. Right?
Sure.
So, obviously this was, late 80s, early 90s. And
Yep.
so computers were just coming out. They
Yep.
were just becoming mainstream. We didn't have cell phones and all
Oh,
that
right,
stuff.
yeah,
So we just wanted to read whatever we got our hands on. I mean, if you gave me a pack of baseball cards, I would read the baseball cards
Right
all
on.
day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Read the back of the cereal box.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So we read whatever we got our hands on.
I got
so,
you. Yeah.
some of them were no-name comics, some of them were Marvel, and some of them were DC, and so it was a mix.
Very good, very good. So out of the Marvel movies, what do you have like a favorite series or favorite favorite Marvel movie in there that kind of spoke to you?
I don't know if I necessarily had a favorite one. They were all really good, and how they kind of blend the stories together. I'm really excited about what's coming up.
What are you looking forward to? That's my next question.
Oh yeah,
Jump right in.
Well, Phase 4 of the next, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Phase 4 is, I think it kicks off in May. I think
Black Widow.
with Black Widow,
Yeah.
and so I'm really looking forward to seeing how they're going to fill in that whole backstory with her, which we've never seen.
Yep.
So we're really looking forward to that, and I think the Eternals follows.
I believe you're right. Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing how they develop those characters because they're so larger than life in the comic books.
Yep.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to bring that into this cinematic universe.
Yep.
And how that's going to apply. And obviously, I think they're going to have a really big impact on really what's going to follow up to be the next Avengers. Ultimately, I think in Phase 5.
Yep.
So we'll see how that plays out, but I'm really looking forward to that.
Very good, very good. Yeah. One of the things that I was kind of thinking as we were going through this is that Marvel really does a good job of in the movies of introducing characters to, even if you didn't read a series or you're not familiar with the character, they bring them in a way that they are identifiable,
Yep.
likable, and then you kind of feel invested in them.
Yeah.
You like they almost feel like part of you, and however they do that through that movie magic is just spectacular.
Yeah. Well, and I think in this next phase and even into phase 5, they're going to be introducing a lot of new characters. I think Shang-Chi, I think, is a new character, which I wasn't very familiar with, which is coming out.
Yep.
I think later this year or into next year. Then there's a few other new rollouts. She-Hulk is going to be coming out in phase 5, which I think we'll be excited to kind of see that. So yeah, they're really kind of bringing these new characters out and introducing them, even if you never read the comics.
Right.
In a way that, like you said, you can really relate.
It's like something that's almost for everybody. Like you go in with not having any background and enjoy it up at a level. And if you have, the richer experience of having read the comics and being familiar with things,
right.
you get like, some nuances and some jokes and some inside stuff. It's pretty cool.
Well, I think if you're more of a comic fan, they put these almost Easter eggs in there,
right
if you will,
exactly.
that only the comic people will
right
get.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like, oh, that's nice.
Right.
But if you're really into comics, you're like, okay, they did that really
right
well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So the guys get the high five.
Exactly.
Right on.
That's exactly right.
That's right. So the nerd base celebrates.
Yeah.
So excellent.